Joining us now from Washington is Arizona Congressman Raúl Grijalva. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well, sir. Can I get your immediate response to what happened on Friday and what the president said on Friday and yesterday about addressing these matters seriously?
It was a numbing shock, and for a parent and for a grandparent that has 3 grandchildren, Mona and I, that one of them is in first grade. It brings all kinds of emotions to the front. These are babies, they're teachers, and the sanctity of school where life is beginning for many of these children as they discover themselves. It was a numbing shock, horrific. I thought the president's comments immediately after were too reassuring to the nation and comforting. I thought his comments at the memorial service were that as well, but in particular, I was very gratified for him to say this is enough. We've gone too far. We reached a point of no return, and something needs to be done. And I sincerely hope that we followed through on that commitment. And I sincerely hope that Congress views this issue of gun safety and gun control with a much broader look. We've reached a point of no return. To continue what we're doing is to continue to invite the kinds of tragedies that we've seen over and over again, including in my hometown, Tucson, where former colleague Gabby Giffords was seriously wounded, and my present colleague Ron Barber was seriously wounded, and people died, and a child died, and yet here we are again. And I think that is the frustration I sense from Americans across this country.
And yet, sir, thank you for raising your former colleague Gabby Giffords. If Congress wasn't able to respond on this matter, having in their very own presence a woman who had been shot in the head, if Congress couldn't do anything after that, why do you have any confidence now that things have changed?
Because of the confidence, quite honestly, Martin, that I have in the American people. Everywhere I have been the last few days, that is the topic of conversation. And it is not one about debating gun control in the Second Amendment. The questions posed to me, what are you going to do about this? Why do we have to have assault rifles? Why do we need 30, 60 clip magazines? Why are there loopholes to allow 40% of the guns sold in this country not to have any background checks? Why do we need, why aren't you going to do something about it? And if I'm hearing it, and I'm grateful for those comments, every one of my colleagues is hearing it. And these are little babies, and you have to put that in perspective. This is a first grader, 6, 7 years old. My God, if nothing moves us off our own polemics and off our own rigid positions on this issue, I don't know what will. But this certainly has all the indications that it can.
And yet, sir, there are some who believe that this tragedy should be responded to with more guns. I'd like to play what your colleague, Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert, had to say on Sunday. Listen to this, sir.
I wish to God she had had an M4 in her office locked up, so when she heard gunfire, she pulls it out, and she didn't have to lunge heroically with nothing in her hands, but she takes him out, takes his head off before he can kill those precious kids.
So, sir, principals and teachers should all be wearing holsters and ready to fire, according to Mr. Gohmert.
Well, Mr. Gohmert, that was a stupid comment, to be quite honest with you, insensitive at best, and really out of touch with reality. You know, in my state, which is gun happy, you know, there was efforts to have guns on campuses. A law passed that you can have concealed weapons in a bar. All at the behest of the NRA, all marching to that tune. Well, that extremism is no longer part of the conversation. Mr. Gohmert has his opinion, but it is a shallow and lonely opinion. The rest of America does not believe that.
I think I agree with you, sir. Congressman Raúl Grijalva, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Stay with us, much more ahead.